You didn't arrive at this message by coincidence. Something within you, something deeper than logic, guided you here because a meaningful change in your love life is already underway. This moment, right now, carries intention. It's not random, and it's not meaningless. What you're reading is a response to something your own inner world has been quietly expressing. Lately, you may have felt a subtle unease within yourself, not overwhelming, but present, like a quiet stirring in your chest. Maybe it shows up as emotional sensitivity, a sense that something is about to happen, or a feeling you can't quite put into words. Your mind may struggle to define it, but somewhere deeper you recognize that something is shifting. Perhaps your emotions have been fluctuating unexpectedly. Old memories may have resurfaced without warning, or you've experienced a strange anticipation as if you're waiting for someone you haven't met yet. It's similar to standing near a door and somehow sensing that someone is about to knock even before the sound arrives. Understand this clearly. You are not imagining any of this. These sensations are not baseless hope or unnecessary worry. What you are feeling is a response, an internal awareness reacting to a shift that has already begun. Your deeper self often perceives changes long before they become visible in your external world. At this very moment, forces beyond what you can see are aligning events in a precise and thoughtful way. This message has reached you now because it carries something meant specifically for you. There is someone, somewhere, who is being gradually prepared to place you at the center of their life and to love you with a sincerity and depth you may not have experienced before. This kind of love is not rooted in obsession or control. It doesn't come from illusion or dependency. It is steady, grounded, and genuine. To this person, you will represent calm, truth, and emotional safety, a place where they can be fully themselves without fear. Being with you will feel natural to them, like returning to somewhere they belong. What is unfolding will challenge everything you thought you understood about love. And because of your past, it's natural if part of you feels skeptical. Previous disappointments may cause you to question whether something this meaningful could truly be meant for you. You might wonder if it's just another comforting idea that will eventually disappear. But nothing you've experienced has been pointless. Every difficult moment, every period of loneliness, every test of patience has been shaping you. You haven't been waiting in vain. Each experience has refined your understanding, strengthened your heart, and prepared you to receive a connection that genuinely aligns with who you are. What is approaching is not a simple attraction or a temporary connection. It is something deeper, something that goes beyond surface-level emotion. Even now, subtle signs may already be appearing around you, though you might not fully recognize them yet. Before this connection fully takes form, however, something important is happening behind the scenes. The other person involved is going through their own transformation. This process is quiet but powerful, and understanding it can help you see why timing matters. While you go about your daily life, handling responsibilities, facing challenges, and continuing forward, something equally significant is unfolding on the other side of this unseen connection. This person is being shaped by their experiences. What they are going through is not accidental. Each lesson is preparing them to meet you in the right way. They won't come into your life out of convenience or fleeting desire. Instead, they are being guided through growth that naturally leads them toward you. Imagine a sculptor carefully shaping stone. Each challenge they face removes what would have prevented them from truly recognizing and valuing you. Every difficult moment is refining them, reducing fear, ego, and emotional immaturity. Right now, they may not know who you are, they may not have seen your face or heard your name, but on a deeper level, they sense that someone important is part of their future. There is an internal pull encouraging them to grow, to evolve, and to become more aligned with something they cannot yet fully explain. Both of you are being guided with equal care. This process is not rushed because what is being built requires stability and depth. They are becoming the kind of partner who can truly meet you, not someone you would have accepted out of compromise in the past. They are learning patience, emotional awareness, and how to love without fear. When they enter your life, they won't come searching to be fixed or rescued. They will arrive whole, prepared to respect you, support you, and value what you bring into their life. A key part of their journey is an awakening in how they perceive love and connection. Their awareness is expanding so they can recognize your true worth when your paths finally cross. They will see beyond appearances and notice the quiet strength you carry, even in moments when you question yourself. Where others may have overlooked your depth, this person will recognize it immediately. Where others focused on imperfections, they will see honesty, resilience, and authenticity. This shift in their perception is not based on chance. It is the result of real growth and inner work. Everything unfolding now is part of a larger design, one that is steadily bringing both of you closer to a connection that is built on truth, understanding, and genuine care. The old ideas they once held about love are slowly fading away, making room for something honest and real, something they can embrace without fear. As part of this transformation, they may currently be facing challenges that feel heavy or uncertain. They could be walking away from a relationship that no longer reflects who they are becoming, or closing chapters that once brought confusion or emotional pain. For some, this period may feel like isolation, but it is actually a necessary space for reflection and growth. All of this is happening for a reason. It is creating room within them so that when the time comes, they are fully open and ready for you. They are learning how to release unhealthy habits, mend old wounds, and understand love as something meaningful and sacred, not something casual or transactional. They may be questioning past decisions, feeling a kind of emptiness that nothing around them seems to satisfy. That space exists because it is meant to be filled by something real, by you. There may be moments when they feel restless without knowing why, as if something important is approaching their life. They might even dream of someone whose face they cannot clearly see, yet whose presence brings a deep sense of calm. Subtle signs may appear around them, nudging them to prepare for a connection that carries real significance. Their heart is gradually opening, softening in a way that ensures no emotional barriers will stand between you when you finally meet. This is not someone who approaches love lightly. They are someone who has endured emotional trials and emerged stronger, someone who has faced their own inner struggles to reach a place where they can truly meet you on equal ground. When you understand this, your waiting begins to take on a deeper meaning. It is not about being overlooked or forgotten. It is about timing. What is being built requires patience and care. If they had entered your life earlier, still carrying unresolved fears or unhealed pain, they would not have been able to give you the kind of love you deserve. That is why everything is unfolding at its own pace. When the moment finally arrives, they will recognize you as the answer to questions they have quietly carried within themselves for a long time. You will represent proof that genuine love exists and that everything they endured had purpose. They will see you with a clarity that goes beyond appearances, recognizing the depth of who you are. This process of preparation is happening for both of you at the same time. As you continue to grow, learning your worth, setting boundaries, and trusting yourself, they are learning how to love with strength, maturity, and courage. Every step you take toward healing moves this connection closer. Nothing in this process is accidental. Every lesson, every loss, every moment of reflection in their life is shaping them into someone who will treat you with real care and respect. What you are moving toward is not a typical relationship. It will not follow predictable patterns or shallow expectations. Instead, it will challenge old beliefs and encourage growth in both of you. From the very beginning, this connection will feel familiar, almost as if it existed long before this moment. It will not be built on control or dependency, but on freedom, awareness, and a shared sense of purpose. When this person enters your life, the bond will feel different because it is meant to go beyond routine or comfort. It will elevate both of you, expanding your understanding of love and bringing a sense of fulfillment that reaches far deeper than the surface. This is why you were drawn to these words today. This is why your heart has been carrying that quiet feeling. Something important is unfolding, and you are being prepared to receive it. The kind of admiration being described here, the feeling of being deeply valued and held in someone's heart, will not appear in grand gestures alone. It will reveal itself in the smallest everyday moments through a level of attention you may not have experienced before. This person will look at you in a way that goes far beyond physical appearance. Their gaze will not stop at what is visible, it will reach into the core of who you are. They will recognize something rare within you, something worthy of care, respect, and gentle protection. When you speak, they will truly listen. Your words, your pauses, even the emotions behind what you say will matter to them. Not out of obligation, but out of genuine curiosity and care. They will want to understand your thoughts, your past, your fears, and your dreams. You will never feel the need to repeat yourself just to be heard. You won't have to raise your voice to be acknowledged. Your presence alone will naturally draw their attention. Simply sharing the same space will feel calming and secure, like a quiet sense of stability. They will notice the little things, details others might overlook or forget. And in those small moments, you will begin to understand that this connection is something truly different, something built with intention, awareness, and a depth that cannot be easily replaced. They will pay attention to the smallest details, the fleeting expressions on your face, the quiet preferences you barely speak aloud, and they will treat each of these as something meaningful. To them, understanding you will not feel like a task, but like a journey worth dedicating themselves to. Every layer of your inner world will matter. Within this connection, the exhausting cycle of chasing attention or trying to prove your importance will simply disappear. You will no longer feel like you're competing for a place in someone's life. Instead, that place will be given to you openly without hesitation. This person will recognize something essential. Loving you is not an entitlement. It is a privilege. It is something they value deeply, not something they take for granted. You will never feel the need to convince them of your worth. You will never question whether you are truly seen. In their eyes, you won't be just another option. You will be the answer that brings clarity to everything they once questioned about love and connection. Their care for you will be strong, yet never overwhelming. They will shape their life in a way that naturally includes your happiness, not out of dependency or control, but because contributing to your well-being feels meaningful to them. On a deeper level, they will feel that respecting and protecting your heart is part of something greater, a quiet sense of purpose that guides how they show up for you. One of the clearest signs of this bond will be how they speak about you. Even when you're not around, there will be respect in their words, warmth in their tone, and a quiet pride in how they carry your name. They won't allow others to misunderstand you or treat you carelessly. Their admiration will be evident, even in subtle ways. When they think about their future, you will already exist within it, not as an afterthought, but as a central presence around which their vision naturally forms. And yet, what makes this connection truly rare is that their care will never feel restrictive. It won't confine you or limit your freedom. Unlike relationships where affection turns into control, this person will instinctively understand balance. The bond will feel open and expansive, not closed or suffocating. You will both have the space to grow, explore, and evolve, knowing there is always a safe place to return to within each other. They will never try to reshape you into someone else or pressure you to fit expectations. Instead, they will honor exactly who you are, the qualities that make you different. The parts others may have once questioned will be the very things they admire most. They will support your dreams, respect your independence, and understand your need for both connection and solitude. If you've ever felt like you had to dim parts of yourself to be accepted, this connection will feel entirely different. This person will want you to shine more, not less. Your success will not intimidate them. It will bring them genuine happiness. They will celebrate your growth without comparison or insecurity because they understand that your evolution strengthens the bond rather than threatens it. When you face challenges or moments of doubt, they will stand beside you with patience and understanding. They won't rush your healing or try to fix you. Instead, they will offer steady support, trusting your process and allowing you the space to grow at your own pace. At the same time, this connection will inspire growth in them as well. Simply by being who you are, honest, resilient, and deeply authentic, you will awaken something within them. Without pressure or expectation, they will feel motivated to confront their own limitations and become better. Not out of fear of losing you, but from a genuine desire to meet you at your level. Growth between you will not feel forced. It will unfold naturally, with both of you encouraging each other's evolution. In many ways, you will become guardians of each other's progress, supporting one another as you continue to change and expand. The emotional connection you share will reach far beyond physical attraction. While the chemistry between you will be undeniable, it will be balanced by a sense of calm and safety. There will be passion, but also peace. Silence will feel comfortable, not awkward. Vulnerability will be met with kindness, not judgment. You will feel free to be completely yourself, knowing that your openness is being held with care. This depth of respect, this mutual understanding, and this freedom create the foundation for something truly meaningful, something that is already forming, even if you cannot yet see it clearly. This is not a love born from emptiness or need. It is not about filling a void. It is a connection that recognizes the completeness within you. It does not try to make you whole. It honors the wholeness that already exists. What may feel most surprising is this. Even though you haven't met in the physical sense, no shared space, no exchanged glances, there is already a subtle bond between you. It exists quietly, beyond what can be seen, like an open channel where emotion, awareness, and energy are already being exchanged. Your lives are touching in ways that may have gone unnoticed until now. There is something at play here that goes beyond ordinary understanding. For centuries, spiritual thinkers have described this kind of connection, and now you are beginning to sense it for yourself. Even without physical proof, it is real. It is not fantasy or wishful thinking. It is something your inner self recognizes as truth. Imagine an invisible thread connecting your heart to theirs. Some traditions call it a thread of fate, others a subtle energetic cord, but the meaning remains the same. It cannot be broken by distance or circumstance. It quietly carries thoughts, feelings, and presence between you, allowing something deeper to unfold. What makes this moment different is that this connection is becoming stronger, more active. That's why you may have recently felt things you couldn't fully explain, sensations that made you pause or question yourself. One of the clearest signs is a deep, unfamiliar longing. Not ordinary loneliness, but something more layered, a feeling of missing someone you haven't yet met. It's almost like remembering something from the future. Your soul does not experience time the way your mind does. On a deeper level, it already recognizes this person. It remembers a connection and agreement, something that exists beyond this moment. As the meeting draws closer, that inner awareness begins to awaken, creating a sense of anticipation that you can feel but not fully explain. If you've ever caught yourself staring into space with the sense that something is missing or felt a sudden pull toward home even while already there, you've brushed against this awareness. It's the quiet knowing that somewhere there is a place waiting for you in someone else's heart. This feeling isn't emptiness in the painful sense. It's space being prepared. Through this unseen bond, emotions can travel between you. This may explain the sudden shifts in your mood that seem to come from nowhere. You might be going about your day when a wave of calm or happiness washes over you unexpectedly. A quiet sense of love, peace, or hope appears without a clear source. These moments are not random. Sometimes They reflect what the other person is experiencing. They may be thinking about love, healing something within themselves, or sending out a quiet sense of openness, and you feel it. In the same way, if you suddenly feel a gentle sadness or restlessness that doesn't seem connected to your own life, it may be linked to something they are going through. Without realizing it, you may already be sharing emotional space, supporting each other in subtle, unseen ways. This kind of connection often becomes most noticeable through dreams. When your conscious mind rests and your usual defenses soften, something deeper becomes active. In that state, your awareness can meet theirs beyond physical limitations. You may have had vivid dreams recently where someone appears, someone who feels deeply familiar, even if their face isn't clear. Their presence brings comfort, safety, and a sense of unconditional acceptance. And when you wake, the details may fade, but the feeling remains. These experiences are not meaningless fragments. They can be moments where your inner selves recognize each other, offering reassurance, patience, and a reminder that the distance between you is temporary. Waking up with a full heart or a quiet sense of peace is a strong sign of this. Even if your mind cannot hold on to the images, your emotional body remembers. That feeling lingers throughout your day like a quiet promise. Your physical body may also be responding. Many people approaching this kind of connection report subtle sensations, warmth in the chest, a sudden calm, or even chills without a clear cause. You might notice these feelings especially when thinking about love or your future. At times, there may even be a faint scent, something soft and unexplainable, like a memory carried through the air. These are ways your body reacts to something entering your energetic space before it becomes physically visible. Your body understands more than your mind gives it credit for. These sensations, warmth, emotion, stillness, or sudden shifts, are not random. They are responses to a presence that is already near you in a non-physical way. It's as if the connection is reaching you before the meeting itself. At the same time, the world around you may begin to reflect this process. The universe often communicates through patterns and subtle signs. You might start noticing repeating numbers or moments that feel too precise to ignore, sequences appearing again and again, or timing that feels almost intentional. These aren't just coincidences. They can act as quiet confirmations that something is aligning, that the connection is active and unfolding. You may also find that certain words reach you at exactly the right moment. A line from a song, a passing comment, or something you overhear unexpectedly might answer a question you hadn't spoken aloud. It's as if life itself begins to mirror what is happening within you. All of this works together as a kind of reassurance. If any part of this feels familiar, if you've experienced that unexplainable longing, those vivid dreams, or sudden emotional waves, don't dismiss it. There is value in acknowledging what you feel. Recognition itself has power. When you allow yourself to accept these experiences instead of rejecting them, you align more closely with what is already unfolding. Ignoring these signals or reducing them to imagination can create resistance, but trusting them, even quietly, allows the process to move more freely. You are stepping into a different way of understanding, one that goes beyond only what can be measured or logically explained. While the world often encourages doubt toward anything unseen, you are beginning to sense that reality is larger than that. Trust that quiet voice within you, the one that keeps returning to this feeling. Connections like this often intensify just before they take physical form. Like distant thunder before a storm, the energy builds. If you've noticed that your emotions are becoming stronger or that signs are appearing more frequently, it may be because the distance between you is closing. At the same time, there is something important to understand. When something meaningful is about to enter your life, the shift can feel disruptive at first. It may seem as though things are becoming unstable or falling apart rather than coming together. But this is part of the process. Before something new can take shape, what no longer fits must be cleared away. It can feel like chaos, like things are breaking down. But in reality, space is being made. Like removing an old structure before building something stronger, The initial stage can look like disorder. What you are witnessing is not destruction without purpose, it is preparation.